Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? Ari checking in, Natural Fit DNA. I want to welcome you guys to our first video. This back workout, we're going to talk about why we do certain exercises, how I think that you guys can benefit from throwing these into your workouts regardless of what your goal is. I think these exercises, especially when you're focusing on your back, will help you to build a strong, more defined back. We usually begin our back workouts with some variation of a lat pull down. As you can see, I'm doing an underhand grip and Deanna's doing a more neutral grip. I feel like an underhand grip really focuses on trying to stretch your lats from the bottom to the top. I mean, you really get a good stretch through the entire range of motion. The neutral grip is also good because it forces your elbows to stay out and you can really squeeze at the bottom. So as you can see, I'm trying to go nice and slow, really trying to stretch at the top and contract at the bottom. I have longer arms, so for me to go down all the way or bring the bar to my chest isn't really realistic because I just don't have that range of motion. As you can see, Deanna's range of motion is a lot better than mine, so she's able to bring her elbows a lot lower. So the key to this is really getting a good stretch at the top and really trying to squeeze at the bottom. Our next exercise we went to after the lat pull downs was a seated row. I'm pretty critical about how I do this exercise and how I tell people to do this exercise. As you notice, I'm grabbing the handle pretty low on the bar. I think it's important to really try to pull your elbows down as far as you can. Try to pull that handle as close as you can to your belly button. Whenever you're doing any kind of back workout, I think it's really important to emphasize sort of your elbow path. So you want to think of your hands as hooks, and you want to think of trying to pull your elbows back as far as possible, regardless of what the exercise is, regardless if it's a pull down or a row variation. Try to get your elbows back as far as you can. So after the seated row, we went over to a T-bar row. And as you can see, like I said before, we're really trying to focus on trying to get our elbows back as far as we can. I believe when you're doing this exercise, have a little play in your knees. Don't keep everything locked. As long as your back stays straight through the entire exercise, if you have a little bounce in your body, I think that's okay because, you know, it really emphasizes getting your elbows back as far as you can. And if you need a little play in your body, I think that's okay as long as you keep that back straight. I really like this machine. It's a really good way to stretch your lats at the top and really squeeze them at the bottom. So whenever you're doing a kind of pull down, especially with the neutral grip where your palms are facing in, I think it's important to really try to drive your elbows into the side of your body as best as you can. It really emphasizes, you know, when you're at the top stretching, and then when you're trying to drive your elbows to your side, you're really trying to contract that muscle. And that's ultimately the goal, is to have a good range of motion throughout each exercise, a good stretch at the top, and a good squeeze at the bottom. You really want to feel the muscles that you're working when you're working them. So consciously keep in mind, you know, how that muscle feels from the top stretch to the bottom contraction. It's very important that you sort of develop what's known as a mind-muscle connection. It's that ability to really feel the muscle through the entire range of motion, what it feels like when it's stretched and what it feels like when it's contracted, so you know what areas you're working and how it feels, and you can really stimulate a lot more muscle fibers that way. Our last exercise is the underhand grip standing cable row. We're really trying to focus on trying to burn out those lower lats. We did a couple sets here, and it was really a great way to sort of finish this back workout. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please comment below, share, like this video. This is our first video. You know, we're just getting started, so it's going to be a little rough, but stick with us. I know you're going to like the content that we're going to upload. Here's a little clip of our two little dogs, Petey and Chico, in the elevator. I was actually walking them when we got home from the gym. They usually run around in this elevator as we are heading down. We live on the 16th floor of a building, so they have quite a ways to wait. But thanks again, guys. Check in with us later.